Okay, today I'm going to show you one way to score and cut concrete blocks. A true masonry guy is going to be able to do this. He has a lot of experience in a masonry hammer, and there's an art to it, to doing it right. And for some of us who don't do this every day, we could use an extra tool or two to do it without having to go to the expense of buying a bunch of masonry hammers and things that you don't really ever need or use again. But this is something that's not very expensive that you can buy. It's a masonry tile circular blade that you can put in a circular saw, in the 7-inch. And so what I did was I put this in this saw, and you can see I already cut one block. In here, I took my. What I needed was a 9-inch block, or it's a good way to make a half a block. Not everybody, like Lowe's for example, I don't think carries half blocks. I've asked for them and nobody knows. They look at me like I've never, I don't know what I'm talking about. But what you do is you just kind of draw a line, square line, with your pencil where you want to cut. And what you want to do is, remember, you're not cutting clear through this. You're scoring. And so you want to kind of put this down and look at how deep you're going, and that's too deep for the first cut. So what I want to do is loosen my platform here and raise this up to where it's just barely cutting across it. And that's what we'll do to make our first cut. We'll make our second cut a little deeper. Okay, so you tighten that up, and as you can see, I'm wearing a mask for the dust. This creates a lot of dust. And to keep the dust down, you can get a little glass water. Sorry if you're not a Royals fan, but you can put a little water on it, and that'll cut the dust down a little bit. And you've probably seen this done, like if you're driving down a road and they've got parts of the road or a street coned off, and they got the big concrete saw out there cutting squares because they got to repair something underneath it. It's the same process, only they got a great big machine that's a gas-powered machine that's doing it, and we're just using a little circular saw on these cinder blocks. It's no big deal. So we got our line. It's just like you're cutting a line on a board, only you go really slow and you allow time for this to cut through without burning up too much. See, it made a pretty nice little groove down through there, and what I like to do is make 2 passes with the same depth, because it's possible that it didn't go all the way down. So I'm going to make another pass. You see, I kind of went a little fast there, I think, and it bogged down on me. But it's always good you got your depth set. Do the other side while you're at it. You see I already made my mark. I'm going to add a little water to it. And go again. That may be enough to score it and break it, but I'm actually going to go a little deeper. It'll break it a lot easier if your scoring is a little deeper. And so what you have to do then is set your saw deeper. Bring your platform up just a little bit, make it a little deeper. Line it up. And away we go. see, that's pretty deep. And we got a nice straight cut. So let's do the other side. Okay, as you can see, we got two pretty good cuts. It's going to be very easy to break. And you can use a chisel. I just use a little standard screwdriver, tap a few times, and it breaks real easy. Clean break. There you got your half block.